So I wanted to make another video that is for a specific type of person that was the person I was. When I was in high school was very easy for me. I hardly ever really needed to study. I grew up in the Midwest. It was a really good school district, but I kind of skated through all my classes. I didn't get the best grades, but I got good grades and I passed, of course. But when I got to college, I realized that things are hard and that it really took a lot of effort to go into. And I feel like something that other people may be feeling, and I've definitely talked to other people about this, is that they didn't really know how to study or how to really be a good student. And that can really bring your own world you've built in your own mind crashing down around you. So I wanted to say really in this video that you're going to fail sometimes. It's just going to happen, and you gotta let yourself be okay with that. I remember my freshman year of college, what I really wanted to do is be a software engineer. I wanted to code, I wanted to make apps, I wanted to do programs like that. But I had no experience, but that's why I was going to college, right? To learn. My freshman year of college, I failed my first class I've ever failed before. I've never failed anything. And it was really a big setback, and I got pretty depressed about it and almost considered switching my major and dumping computer science for something that honestly would have been easier. But I'm really glad looking back now that I didn't. And no matter what you're doing, if you are a volleyball star and you start losing a bunch of games, or you're not the big point maker anymore, that's okay. Or if you go to a new place and it's really hard for you to find a job, and for months you've been unemployed and you're what the hell's going on, because back home you had whatever X, Y, and Z job that you got relatively easily. It's going to be all right. And time progresses forward and marches on, and soon you'll be looking back like I am right now and just thinking about those failures and how happy I am that I stuck through with it. It's really important for people to have a support group of people they can talk to and understand these things, because I don't know about some of you, but I'm sure this archetype of student is very common, where I didn't have to try that hard in high school. It was honestly pretty easy, and I kind of skated by without really learning how to become a student and learning how to study and how to do these things. So when I got to college and everything became crazy hard, I felt pretty lost and hopeless in my own head and my own schedule and what to do. And it's really important that you just take back, sit down a second and breathe and remind yourself that it's okay. Everything's a learning experience, post-college, pre-college, during college, whatever you're doing. Everyone's constantly learning. Something I like to think of and bring up is the story of Dr. Seuss. And everyone loves Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham, all these other children's classics. And I'm gonna mess up the numbers, but I remember that he sent his first book to 19 or something crazy amount of publishers, and every single one of them told him no, that the book was terrible and he's never going to be able to do it, and that his rhymes were stupid. But that 20th publisher he finally went to accepted him, and now he is the Dr. Seuss that everyone knows today. So take your failures, they're going to happen, and there's not really much you can do about it. But what you can do is get back up and try again, and try to be tenacious for the next time. Because if you fail and then fail again but less, that means you've still learned. If you fail twice and you fail equally as hard, it means you didn't learn. So take the lessons as you go and reflect on what happens afterwards. Be oh, that interview, I was super nervous and shaky and quiet, or the resume was bad, or I was sleep deprived and didn't eat before the big game today. And take these failures as not punishment for yourself, but as a time to have some introspection and realize what you can do to improve yourself to kill it next time. Sorry if this video is a bit rambly, but my ultimate message was take your failures in stride and try not to be too upset about it. And if this website does take off, this will be a great place that you come if you need someone to talk to.